Yo, what's going on, guys? Bush back at it with another video. And, guys, if you got, kids, if you got, soft ears, if you don't want to hear me yelling, lower the audio because I am going to be enraged in this video. God of War Ragnarok has been officially revealed on PC. It's coming out September the 19th. Awesome news. Very happy to see more PlayStation games coming out on PC. Guys, by the way, God of War Ragnarok, a totally single-player game. There's no multiplayer component in God of War Ragnarok. So why in the blue hell is a PlayStation Network account required? I told you guys to lower the audio, so you can't bitch at me in the comments section. Yeah, we're gonna swear in this video as well. How about that? It's a new day on this channel. No, it's gonna be for this video in particular. We went through the Helldivers 2 saga, and that game getting absolutely bashed over the PlayStation Network requirement. Ghost of Tsushima getting bashed as well. Now the latest title, coming from Santa Monica and Jetpack Interactive, is the sequel to God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok. Again, an entirely single-player game. PlayStation Network account is now required. This is not like Ghost of Tsushima. This is much worse, given that Ghost of Tsushima only required the PlayStation Network account for the Legends component, for that multiplayer component. But for this game, for some unknown reason, I mean, we all know the reason. They want your data. They want you entrenched into the PlayStation ecosystem so badly that for a single-player game, you need to link a PlayStation Network account. The worst of it all is the fact that PlayStation Network is not available in certain regions, so you are stifling yourself for no reason. You want data so badly from the consumer. You want PlayStation Network entrenched into these games so badly that you are going to you're gonna spite yourself just to do that. What are we doing here? I am so bewildered. I am so shocked. PlayStation has just been fumbling, and they have been fumbling. They need to be called out more because they also have the most loyal audience that won't call them out for their BS. I would say that a lot of the PlayStation audience, they are legitimately so down bad for a plastic box. Like, PlayStation has always been my favorite console. I've been playing PlayStation games since some of these people weren't even born. Like, PlayStation 1 was my first console ever. I was playing on that console when I was like 5 years old. I have a lot of nostalgia attachment, a lot of attachment towards these IPs. God of War, to be fair, not like my favorite IP in the world, but I loved God of War 2018, really, made me appreciate God of War more, and I loved Ragnarok as well, and hearing that that game is coming out on PC is exciting, but now, what are you doing here? What are you doing? And guys, y'all bugged out over Helldivers 2, and yes, Helldivers 2 was a different situation where the game was working fine without PlayStation Network support, but at the very least, Helldivers 2 was an online game. God of War Ragnarok is a totally single-player game, and for some reason, you're gonna need a PlayStation Network account for this game. Now, they haven't clarified the reasoning for it. I don't really understand what the reasoning can be, other than they just want your data, and that's the only reason. We've been at this PlayStation on PC, thing for how many years now? It's been 4 years since the release of Horizon Zero Dawn. At no point was PlayStation Network account linking mandatory. There were games that offered it as an optional incentive, but it was never something that was mandatory. It was always optional, and with God of War Ragnarok, it is mandatory. If you go on the Steam page right now, PlayStation Network account required, subject to the PlayStation Terms of Service and User Agreement. Come on, after the nonsense that just happened with Helldivers 2 and the lesser nonsense with Ghost of Tsushima, but bro, you literally prevented yourself from selling this game in several regions, and I say that, but at the same time, Ghost of Tsushima was the most successful PlayStation IP, so as much as I bug out about it, like, these games are so big that I do foresee them still doing very well. I foresee God of War Ragnarok doing really well, but that's not the point. The point is that they could have done much better. Don't y'all want to make money? And what is the reasoning for this? Is it a ploy to maybe, if you require PlayStation Network account linking, that'll lead to people signing up for PlayStation Network. You can keep them in your emails, and you can email them about PlayStation consoles and try to convert them into console buyers, because I get that that is a big part of the game plan of why they're releasing games on PC. They're trying to convert people into console players. Guys, I don't think that's gonna happen. I already talked about it in a previous video earlier today. You can check it out. I just don't think you're gonna be converting that many PC people into long-term console buyers. They might buy a console, buy a couple games here and there. I've seen that happen several times, but in terms of perpetually subscribing to PlayStation Plus, buying 85 games a year, I just don't think that's gonna happen. And 85 is obviously stretched. 20 games a year, 10 games a year, I just don't think that's gonna happen. And PlayStation Network being required, what incentive does it offer? For sure, leave it as an option. People that want trophies integrated into the game, great. Leave it as an option. Leave it as something that people have the option to do. You know what? If you want to offer some sort of exclusive cosmetic DLC, some exclusive costume for one Kratos, yo, do that if you want to. But making it mandatory is just stupid. And it makes it even more stupid that this game is now going to be restricted. It is going to be unbuyable in certain regions, and a lot of regions at that, where this game sells 1 million copies. Maybe it would have sold 1.5 million copies. I don't know exactly how many copies it's selling in these specific regions, but you get the idea. There are significant amounts of people that would want to buy this game that can now not buy this game. And what do? They can sail the high seas. A lot of people just don't like pirating their games. Like, what are we doing here, Sony? Why are you trying to consoleize the PC market? I get it that you're a console manufacturer. That's what you're, comfortable with. And for the suckers that are like, oh, you don't have the same kind of energy for Ubisoft Connect, you don't have the same kind of energy for EA. Yes, everybody has the same kind of energy, you doofus. Everybody's had the same kind of energy for all of these launchers for a long time. It's trash. It's whack. And guess what? A lot of the other launchers aren't restricting the damn game in several regions. That is one of the biggest issues with the PlayStation Network account linking requirement, because you are literally restricting this game. They have a terms of service agreement. Maybe they'll clarify it. Maybe they'll go back on it. Maybe they'll open up PlayStation Network to other regions. I don't know. I don't know in totality what PlayStation's game plan is, because with something like this, they're going to be a little bit more stealthy about it. They're not going to be super this is going to be a big promotional element of it, that PlayStation Network account linking is required, but this is a totally single-player game. When we get to the point where you have to link an account for a single-player game, and I don't know if an online connection is going to be required, if you have to log in perpetually, I doubt that that'll be the case, but, I put nothing past Sony at this point. I like the fact that less than 2-year turnaround time on PC. Hopefully it's a good port. Jetpack Interactive did the God of War 2018 port, and that was fantastic. But this is absolute trash, and we need to call out Sony for it, and I get it. People want to defend Sony. Like, I like Sony probably more than most people. I probably have bought more Sony games than, 95% of people on the internet. Like, literally, 95% of people that defend Sony, I probably bought more PlayStation games, have supported PlayStation more than the majority of those people. But this is absolute trash, and PlayStation's been doing a lot of trash stuff because they have no competition, and they can get away with doing whatever the hell they want. And I trust the PC audience is going to push back on this, but this is a single player game. I don't know what their end game with this is, but it's trash and it needs to be called out. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.